Hi, friends. Happy Friday. Here I am. Okay. Hi, Nancy. See, I can show my face, so you need to show your pretty face. I want to see you in your videos. I get to see from here down. That's how I knew you had cut your hair, because it wasn't like down here, it was up here. Oh. Anyway, I love watching your videos, Nancy. Okay. So I'm just going to give it a second. I was about a minute late hopping on. Nancy's saying, oh, heck no. Yes, I think you should. All right. Yeah. Oh, I gave in, you guys, and I had to turn my furnace on today. I fought it, but I'm already dressing warmer. I keep reaching for a sweater, and I thought, okay, this is silly. Summer is over, unfortunately. Just turn the heat on. So I did. I didn't want to. All right, let me get my phone on the mount here. And hi, Sandy. So there is my host code. If anybody wants to shop with me, that would be fun. And you can just put that code in at checkout if your order is under $150. And there's the address to my store. Anyway, I have got a pretty card today. I know I've said this before, that I don't do a whole lot of florals, but I'm doing a floral today. And I am using this Artistically inked stamp set. It's a red rubber stamp set, and it has coordinating dies. This does that whole kind of alcohol ink look, and it's a distinctive stamp set. So it puts in all that texture and stuff when you stamp it. And then here are the dies. I love this one. I'm going to use this one today, but I went ahead and I did it ahead of time because do you see how detailed that die is? You don't want to sit and watch me poke all those little things out. Trust me. And so I'm using this die as well. And mostly I cut some things out ahead of time, but not everything. And then I used a piece of the paper. This is the coordinating paper. It's got beautiful papers in here that have gold foiling. And then I'm also, that detailed leaf die that I just showed you, I used this gorgeous gold paper here. Now there's 3 colors in, is there 3? Let me pull it out and look at it. It's very textured, this paper, and it's in the back of the catalog where like accessories and specialty papers are. There, how many pieces do you get in here? 8. Okay. So you can kind of see, you can't really feel that texture though. Isn't it pretty? Okay, there you can see that's where I cut it out. And I want to let you know that I did put this onto the sticky paper, the adhesive sheets. So we have these adhesive sheets in the catalog too. These go really far. I mean, I guess depending on what you use them for, but I usually only use them for stuff like that. So a pack of this should last you a long time. There's 12 sheets in there. So because I put that on before I cut it, I ran it through my machine at least 3 times. I'm freezing up. Uh-oh. I'm not seeing that I am freezing up on my end. And I don't see the little scrolly thing, Nancy. So maybe try refreshing. I hope that works. So Sandy, am I freezing up for you too? If I am, I'll start over, you guys. Let me know. Anyway, I ran it through my machine like 3 times to make sure that it was cut really well, and still to poke all those little holes out, it took me for a long time. Okay, good, Sandy. So yeah, Nancy, try refreshing. Hi, Leah. Okay, so let's look at the other colors. It might just be the 2 colors. I think it is. So it's the gold and the rose gold. Aren't those gorgeous? I love this stuff. Okay, so I used the gold. And again, you get 8 sheets. So 4 of each color. Oh, good. Thanks, Leah. All right, let's get started. I am going to, I've got all my things in here. And I'm gonna get started with stamping. I went ahead and cut out, I also used the adhesive sheet on this one because it's detailed, but I went ahead and cut this piece out as well, and I will pull the adhesive off in a bit. And let me get the stamps. So I'm going to use this big one first, but I can go ahead and get these mounted. So there's that one. I'm going to use this one that looks like a rose to me. I think that's so cute. I'm going to use that one. And this one. And then I'll switch some out because I want to use the leaves too. So I'm going to, oh, thunderstorms. Yeah, that might do it. All right, so is this piece going to work? That's not big enough. Let me see here. Did I put another piece in here? That's for the inside. I think I need a bigger piece of white. No, I don't. I see. So I made my sample earlier in the week, and I'm thinking that I did one thing and I did something else. Okay, so I know what I'm doing now. I've got it. Okay, so I'm going to use fall colors. I'm going to use crushed curry. And I don't need that now because I know what I did. I just need to ink these up and stamp them. And again, these are the distinctive stamps, so you don't want to over ink. Isn't that cool? Excuse me. All right, so there's that one, and then I'm going to use, the next color I'm going to use is Rich Razzleberry. And I'm going to stamp this kind of rose looking one with that. Oh, so pretty. And then these little ones here, I am going to stamp with Misty Moonlight, which is this sort of lighter blue denim color. And I'll just stamp it, but actually I have some of these cut out already. But there is what those look like. So how is everybody's day going? Are you ready for the weekend? I know I am. Anybody have any fun stamping or crafty stuff planned for the weekend? All right, so now I'm going to use Evening Evergreen. Pretty. And then there's a single leaf in here, so I'm going to use that one. And I am going to stamp like 4 of those. There we go. Now I think, nope, one more thing. I'm going to stamp this one with a little early espresso. Do I want early espresso? Maybe soft suede. Let me try that one. I think that will be plenty dark enough. Ooh, ginger tags. I bet they're adorable. Are you going to be showing those for Saturday morning makes, Nancy? She said she's stamping ginger tags. I finished up my projects just a bit ago for Saturday morning makes. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's a collaboration that takes place. Well, it got started on YouTube by Jill Norwood, and it's just anybody can do it, take part in it. Whatever you create, take pictures of it or do a video, and if you do a video, you can upload it on YouTube or wherever, whatever platform you want to put it on. Same with your photos. And just put a hashtag #SatMornMakes, and that way people, when they search that out, it's getting, I mean, there's more and more people that are doing it, so I think there's probably, you know, the following of it is growing. So yeah, hashtag #SatMornMakes, and then all you have to do is search that hashtag on any of the social platforms, and you'll find whatever everybody else is doing. and making. She started it to just kind of get her motivated to craft for an hour or so on Saturday mornings. And then she put it out there for everybody else that wanted to join along. And so I've just really been enjoying it. It does motivate me to sort of have a challenge. And so I have been using whatever I want to use in my stash. So not just only Stampin' Up! Stuff. And, you know, it can be whatever you make. It doesn't even have to be paper crafts. So it's just fun to join in. And we're building quite a community, really, of super nice people. Nancy's on there. She takes part, and there's just a bunch of people. And yeah, it's a great group of people. So we would all love to have you join in as well. Get your mojo going. Gives you something to work towards, I think. I do better when I've got a challenge. So I'm just putting all my little dies on here so I won't have to make as many trips through my machine. The only one I'll have to make extras of is that single leaf. So let me get these cut out. Oh, so I also, oh, I'm so glad you like the lamb card, Nancy. Yes, I put a comment on yours. Your lamb card is absolutely adorable. I love how you did the stenciling, the cloud stenciling. So for those of you watching, hi Linda. Yeah, check out Nancy's channel on YouTube. She makes some really great things. And she plays along on Saturday Morning Makes. Okay, so I still need that one. What do you guys think of this evening evergreen color? It's a dark green. It's really pretty though. It'll be really nice for, I think, Christmas cards too. It's a good green, darker green. Cute. I'm sorry that my rings do that, you guys. They just slide all over my fingers. I don't know. I don't know why. They're getting so old, you guys. Look how skinny. Okay, so this ring, I'm getting off subject. Look at how bent up it is. Poor thing. So Ken gave me this ring on our first anniversary. We got married in 1975. And this ring needs to be clean, obviously, but it's my birthstone, and it's the flower for the month of August, which was when I was born. This ring is my birthstone and our son's birthstones. One of my rings I don't have on because the band got too thin and it's bent, and I'm afraid it's going to break, so I need to go have it worked on. But the ring that I usually wear on this finger was for our 10th anniversary. This one was for our 20th anniversary, and this one was for our 30th anniversary. And then I think I ran out of fingers because on our 40th anniversary he gave me a necklace. Okay, so I just need to finish cutting out these little leaves. That's it. And then I can start putting the card together. I already have some of those little blue flowers. Hi, Sue. Let's see, have I missed anything else I need to comment on? Nancy's giving her dog her meds, I think is what she's telling me. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. Sue, who is on here watching, she told me about, who's the gal, who's the channel that you invited me to, Sue? Gosh, she's well known. I can't think of her name. Anyway, she did a thing on fixing your plates, and so I did it with this one here. This one is warped a little bit, not too bad, and it still is. It helped it though, and I think part of the reason it didn't completely fix it the whole way is because maybe I didn't have enough water in my top pan. But what you do is you get 2 things of water boiling, a big pan of water, and then I just used my coffee pot thing, that my hot water thing. And let me cut this out and then I'll continue my story. So then you lay your cutting plate into a cookie pan in your sink. My sinks I have double sinks, and neither one of them were big enough for my cookie pan, so I just did it on my countertop. So I set the cookie pan there, then you put your cutting plate in, and you pour some of the boiling water down in the cookie pan. If it's in your sink, you can just fill the cookie pan up. Jennifer McGuire, thank you, Sue. You fill the cookie sheet up with the boiling water, and then you set the other pan full of boiling water onto the top of the cutting plate and leave it set there until the water cools. It's also going to clean you'll see all the little paper slivers coming off of your cutting pad. And in her video, I mean, she did a bunch of them. It completely straightened, flattened them all out. Let me do this one real quick. So I think the reason mine didn't completely go flat is that I should have had maybe more water in my pan that I set on the top to make it heavier. And then I think it would have completely flattened out. But it came out really good. I mean, it's better than it was. All right, so now I'm going to bring this back over, and I'm going to use my silicone sheet here just because. Yeah, so it's Jennifer McGuire, and it's on her YouTube channel. I'm going to peel the sticky release sheet off the back of here. So I threw some really bad, I don't know if it would have fixed them, but she did some pretty warped ones. I threw a really badly warped one away. It would have been fun to try it on that one though. I didn't know about this yet when I threw it away, or I would have tried it. It would have been fun to try it and see if it would have come or gone back to flat. Got that little piece of paper on there. It's bugging me. There we go. All right, so now I'm setting this with the sticky part up. And there's just a couple more little. Now let's not stick to yourself here. There's one more little piece there. There we go. think I've got it now. Now it's stuck to me. Yeah, so if you have warped plates, go watch Jennifer McGuire's video, and don't do it right now though. And maybe she can give you an idea of how to help fix it. These don't completely line up. They're, you know, it's that whole kind of watercolor look. So I'm just trying to line it up to pretty much cover up there. And I probably should have done some of these blue flowers first. I can see where I want to put them though. One goes there. One goes over here. Now, was there another blue one? There were two blue ones, oh, right there together. Okay, there's that, and then this one I'm going to put here, and then leaves. It's upside down. I know you guys can't even see what I'm doing, but it'll make sense in a minute. That one I'm going to stick there, and this is why the sticky sheets help. All right, and I'm going to put one there and one over here and one over here. There we go. Pretty cool, I think. Okay, let's make this card. So I've got all my other parts and pieces. So there is the one that I cut out with that gorgeous gold paper, and I've got it on the sticky stuff too, but like I said, poking out, because I did it on that sticky paper, poking out all those things were very time consuming. Okay, so the black thing, Nancy, was one of the dies. I just went ahead and pre-cut it ahead of time, and I stuck my black cardstock onto, I put some of that adhesive sheet on the back of it, and then on the back of the cardstock, and then I put the die on the cardstock and ran it through the same way I did with this. I just put the adhesive on the back of the gold, put my die on the gold, and ran it through my machine. So that's where I got the black die cut. And yeah, and I had that sticky on the back of it. Okay, so next, here is a piece of that gorgeous paper that I cut from the Expressions in Ink is what this one's called, and it's all part of this suite. And all the papers in here are beautiful and have gold foiling details on them. So this is one of the papers. And this one in particular just has the color and the gold across the middle of the sheet of paper and white on both sides. So I cut it to get some of that gorgeous, what looks like alcohol inking on there with the gold. So that is going there. And let me just see if I can get, okay. Pulling off the backing to the sticky. And then I want this over here on the side of my card. Why isn't it sticking? Oh, because there's still, there we go. That makes sense. I didn't get it all pulled off. I don't like it when all the holes aren't poked out. All right. Now then, I bet it'll stick. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to kind of finagle it a little bit here because I really want these to show on the side. So it might be a little bit wonky right here, but that's not going to show because I'm going to be putting my flower over the top. Okay, pretty, pretty. All right, so there is that. And let me just set that aside for a second. I have another piece of white here for the inside, and then I have a scrap of that paper. This part doesn't have any gold. It was actually the back of this piece here. That was on the back of this. So I kept it to put on the bottom of my inside piece, and I know my tape gun is just about to run out, so I might have to put a new roll on it before we're done here. So I'm just going to put this across the bottom. Seems like I had another story to tell you guys, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe I didn't have another story. Cut that in a little bit. It's got a little bit of a whoop-de-doo right there. Oh well. It'll be fine. Okay, so I can go ahead and put that on the inside. Oh, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So sorry. Commercial break. All right. Sometimes this adhesive smells weird. Almost like it has a smell of pine sol or something to it. I don't know why that would be, but yeah, that's kind of what it smells like, pine sol. Which I like the smell of pine sol, but all right, we are back in business. It always rolls so nice and smooth on a brand new roll. All right, so I'm just making our normal card size here, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I cut my inside piece here to 4 by 5 1/4. I didn't use the thick white. That's why I decided to do another piece on the inside. And then I've got a layer of black here, and it is just cut 1/8. I think it's 1/8 of an inch. Let me check. So yeah, it's 4 1/8 by 5 and 1 2 3/8. Because I don't think I'm going to attach that just yet. All right, I've got this little piece of black here, and this strip is cut at 3/4 of an inch wide because I'm going to be using it in one of my punches, and it is 2 1/2 inches long. So I'm just going to use my little powder tool here. If you have a rosin bag or whatever you use, I think you can even use a dryer sheet. It's just to remove the static. And what's in that is baby powder. I think it's EK Success is mine. We don't sell these anymore, but I'm pretty sure that's the brand of this one. And I've got gold embossing powder I'm going to use. And my Versamark. And where's my stamps? I want the hello. So there we go with that. Hello. Okay. Just want to get it in the middle here if I can. I think I got it semi-straight. We shall see. Looks not too bad. All right. Sue says she hates when she pushes a wrong button and I disappear, but she found me again, so that's good. All right, so now I am just bringing in my little embossing board that I made myself here and some reverse tweezers, because if you guys do any heat embossing, you know it gets hot when you're working with little pieces. So let me just get my heat gun warmed up a little bit here. The magic of heat embossing. Don't you just love it? I do. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's what got me hooked on stamping. All right, so now I have the lovely labels punched. This makes 2 different designs here, and you can do it each one in 3 different sizes that go a 1/2 inch, and I'm talking about the width of your paper, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, or an inch, and depending on how wide your paper is, you'll get a different outcome of what the ends look like. So I'm going to use this fancy one over here, and I'm at the 3/4. So I'm just going to slide it in and do that, and there is the end. And because it got shorter, then there it is. Come out, there it is. Okay, so it might have slid a bit. Don't look too close. That end is a little bit different, but it'll be okay. All right, so there is that, and here is this. Okay, next, ribbon. So remember that pretty evening evergreen ink I used for the leaves. I've got the matching ribbon here. Now I've got a little gold stem stuck to my finger. All right, so I just need a piece to wrap around. And there again, that's what the back of that paper looks like. You know what this reminds me of? When it's so smooth when you first put a new roll on. I was telling my husband the other day, because they're doing some paving on the other side of our big bridge. And when you drive on it, it's so smooth like butter. And I love driving on brand new pavement. It's just, you can't like feel it. Like there's no bumps. It's just so smooth. And that's what using a brand new tape in my, or roll of adhesive in my thing feels like butter. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap that there, and over here, and I need to keep it on there because I already put my adhesive on the back. I'm just gonna let that set there while I make a bow. All right, so I'm going to make a finger bow. So you just start with the tail towards the palm of your hand. I'm going to make a double one. So I'm going to wrap it around my 2 first fingers 2 times each. 2 times around each finger. And then I'm going to cut a tail. So I'm going to cut the tail about 6 inches, 5-6 inches. Okay, so now you pull that up between your 2 fingers around all the ribbon and back down in the little hole there between your 2 fingers. Pull it around and tuck it under this loop. Grab that tail and pull it snug, and that makes your bow. And then get it off your fingers. That's always my challenge, is getting it off my fingers, because I usually make ones that are kind of a smaller bow. There we go. Okay, so there is our pretty bow, and I'm just going to snip the tails. All right. And I'm going to set that aside. Okay, let me bring in the black now. And I'll go ahead and I think what I want to do is go back over the ribbon here a little bit. I usually like to add just a little bit more adhesive to make sure that that is going to stay where I want it. And then this is just going to give a very small little black border around. So it will make our black on the floral piece pop, and it will break up this layer from the white card base. Pretty. Okay, let me get some adhesive on the back of this. I probably use more adhesive than is necessary, but I just don't want things to come unstuck. All right. Now then, this is going to go here. And we need some dots, or some, not dots, some of these dimensionals. And let's see, I have got some black ones somewhere. Oh well, I'll just use white. They're not going to be seen anyway. So there's that. And I'm getting plenty of those on here. We don't want it to be saggy. All right, I'm going to put some smaller ones, or some pieces. I've got all these pieces. May as well use those up. That's looking pretty good to me. And then I'll bring in my glue dots because I'm going to need that for the bow. If you kind of bend them in the middle, it makes them pull off way easier. It's easier to grab them. Still didn't get it off there. There we go. So these guys that I watch, they're demonstrators in the UK. They take and draw a black line on the backs of all their adhesive dimensionals, and that way they know which ones have not had the backings removed. But all I do is just, I mean, you can see in the light if they're shiny, then the backings are off. If they're not shiny, then the backings are still on there. All right, this is going to go right about like that, I think. So pretty. I think it is anyway. Hi, Sue. Okay. Now, hello is going to go over here. Let me hold it up here because I want to make sure I get it straight. There we go. And then our little bow, and I've got some bling. Let me see if I can get that tail pulled. There we go. And then I will be glad when I have this roll of glue dots that are on here wrong. Used up. I think I should just order me a new box, and because it makes it so hard to get them on here. They're supposed to be on the roll part. All right. Okay, now for some bling. I'm using the champagne rhinestones, but I was thinking I had them, but I don't have them. The gold, let me pull my card out so I don't mess it up. The gold, I want to show you what I'm talking about because they're really pretty, and like I said, I thought I had them and I don't. So they'll be on my next list. These right here, gilded gems. You get 90 pieces in those three different sizes. So yeah, I'm gonna order me some of those. But in the meantime, the champagne rhinestones will be beautiful. So I'm gonna use a medium one down here, and a small one up here, and a small one over here. And that, my friends, is my card for today. What do you think? Do you like it? I think it's pretty. I like it. And this is the first one I did. They came out pretty much the same. But it was fun doing that big die like as an overlay sort of. And putting the sticky on the back made it really simple then to just attach all the cutout pieces onto it. I didn't do that on the first one. I didn't think ahead to put the sticky on the back, so I had to use glue, and that's not ideal because it's hard to get, even with like a fine tip glue pen, it's hard to get the glue on there, and you know, you don't want it showing and stuff. So using that adhesive works really easy. The other thing that's a little different is I didn't use the same color of green, and I definitely like using the evening evergreen because it matches the bow. I used Mossy Meadow on my leaves here, and it's not a big deal. I don't think anybody would even pay attention, but I do like, I like it better over here where it matches the leaves a little better. So yeah, that is my card for today. And then check my YouTube channel tomorrow because my Saturday morning makes video will be loading up in the morning. And I made some cute little things. It's a surprise, so I'm not going to tell you. But I made some cute little things, not cards. So you'll have to go check it out. And then check out Nancy Martinez's channel in YouTube, and we'll see what she made. And then you can search the hashtags that Morn Makes and see what everybody made, because there's some great things. Be sure to check out Jill Norwood's channel. She does wonderful, she does a lot of vintage looking, really cute gingerbread tags and different things. So it's just fun. I always look forward to seeing what everybody made for their Saturday morning makes. And you can also look on Instagram. And there's some, I don't know if anybody besides me is loading up on Facebook, but I do load it up on Facebook sometimes, so you can search the hashtag there as well. All right, so I hope you guys have a great weekend, and thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.